Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are reading Genesis chapter 45, and now we are starting. Then Joseph could no longer control himself before his attendants, and he cried out, "Have everyone leave my presence." So there was no one with Joseph when he made himself known to his brothers, and he wept loudly that all Egyptians had that the Egyptians had him, and Pharaoh's household heard about it. Joseph said to his brothers, "I am Joseph. Is my father still living?" But his brothers were not able to answer him because they were terrified at his presence. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "Come close to me." When they had done so, he said, "I am your brother Joseph, the one you sold into Egypt. And now do not be distressed and do not be angry with yourselves for selling me here, because it was not it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you. For 2 years now there has been famine in the land, and for the next 5 years there will not be plowing and reaping. But God sent me ahead of you to prepare for you a remnant on the earth and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So then it was not you who sent me here, but God. He made me father to Pharaoh, lord of his entire household, and ruler of all Egypt. Now hurry back to my father and say to him, 'This is what your son Joseph says. God has made me lord of all Egypt. Come down to me. Don't delay. You shall live in the region of Goshen, and be near me. And be near me, you, your children, and your grandchildren, you, your flocks, and your herds, and all you have. I will prove, just let me open the corner which is folded. I will provide for you there, because 5 years of famine are still to come. Otherwise, you and your family and your household and all who belong to you will become destitute. You can see for yourselves, and so can my brother Benjamin, that it is really I who I am speaking to you. Tell my father about all the honor accorded me in Egypt, and all the honor accorded me in Egypt, and about everything you have seen, and bring my father down here quickly." Then he threw his arms around his brother Benjamin and wept. And Benjamin embraced him, weeping, and he kissed all his brothers and wept over them. Afterwards, his brothers talked with him. When the news reached Pharaoh's palace that Joseph's brothers had come, Pharaoh and all his officials were pleased. Pharaoh said to Joseph, tell your brothers, do this, load your animals and return to the land of Canaan and bring your father and your families back to me. I will give you the best of the land of Goshen, and bring your father and your families back to me. I will give you the best of the land of Egypt, and you can enjoy the fat of the land. Verse 19, you are also directed to tell them, do this, take some cats from Egypt for your children and your wives and your father, and come. Never mind about your belongings, because the best of the land will be yours. The sons of Israel did this. Joseph gave them cats as Pharaoh had commanded, and he also gave them provisions. He also gave them provisions for their journey. To each of them he gave new clothing, but to Benjamin he gave 300 shekels of silver, 5 sets of clothes, and this is what he sent to his father: 10 donkeys loaded with best things of Egypt, and 10 female donkeys loaded with corn and bread and other provisions for his journey. Then he sent his brothers away, and as they were leaving, he said to them, don't quarrel on the way. So they went up out of Egypt, came to their father Jacob in the land of Canaan. They told him, Joseph is still alive. In fact, he is ruler of all Egypt. Jacob was stunned. He did not believe them. But when they told him everything Joseph had said to them, and when he saw the cats Joseph had sent to carry him back, the spirit of Jacob, their father Jacob, was revived, and Israel said, I am convinced that my son Joseph is still alive. I will go and see him before I die. So that is chapter 45. Thank you for listening and even reading with me. See you again tomorrow when we are reading chapter 46. Goodbye for now.